All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Grey Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akin doing and pushing his word in sincerity and truth worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. I want to get into this little lesson here. It's called The Secret Convo of the Wicked, okay? And let me get into this, oops. So this goes into this lesson about this Edomite that has all these different accounts trying to play like he's an Israelite, right? So he got caught, okay? He got caught out there. Now let's read this real quick. She said he forgot to log into his burner account. It's a white guy pretending to be black, okay? And you're gonna see some of the things that he was saying to her, like, as a black man, this is what he's saying. TS was funny as fuck, making her call me nigger while sticking my, you know what, you can read it, inside of her, that dumb, ignorant, you know what, right? So they're out there posting as if they're Israelites, right? As if this is an Israelite saying this, but really, it's a Edomite, okay? And that's his photo right there, okay? So like she said, he forgot to log into his burner account, okay? And everybody would have thought that, oh yeah, this is a Israelite doing it. But hey, time and chance, you know? So let's go into these scriptures here. The secret convo of the wicked, the lengths the wicked go to, okay? Let's go to Psalms chapter 64. 62 and 4, Slakia. Let me do something here. I don't need the NLT just as yet, but Psalm 62 and 4, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. Who they talking about? Israelites, okay? They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies, they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly, Selah, okay? Yeah, they'll bless with their mouth saying, oh yeah, it's cool, we friends, we homeboys, I ain't got no problem with black, I got black friends, you know? All of that shit, but inwardly, they're full of these deceits, man. They're full of these wicked imaginations against you. And they're doing these deceitful acts. So what? They said they delight in lies. They bless with their mouth. Right, yeah, I got some black friends. Oh man, you cool, don't worry about that. But what? But they curse inwardly. Yeah, so they get online and they do these things, you know, their innards are shown, their guts is spilled, as they would say, right? So let's continue here. Yeah, Psalms 83, right? They took a pact together to cut us off from being a nation, all right? And we know what it says in there, who, right? So all these nations are against us, okay? This is not just a so-called white man doing this. You got other nations doing this too. Okay, yep, let's go to Lamentation chapter 2 and 15. Wait. Suck, yeah. Anyways, 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee, going into these other nations, right? That had a pact in taking us down. They hiss and wag the head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? And also too, when you go into, is it here? Lamentations, or yeah, it's Lamentations 4:1, right? How has the gold become dim? Okay, so going back into this, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it, okay? So all these nations see us at the bottom. They're happy for this, you know what I mean? They're glad, you know? Yeah, you know, them niggas right there, yeah, we took them down, okay? They'll never know their power, you know what I mean? This is what they're happy about. Us acting like buffoons out there, you know, trying to look like other nations. You got the so-called black woman wearing blue eyes and blonde hair, you know? Some goofy shit. So they know that we're a lost cause, but hey, the Lord the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has a remnant. The remnant are the ones who are going to think upon his name, as it tells you in Malachi chapter 3 and 16, right? think upon his name, right? So the Lord has a remnant out there, and their spiritual umbilical cord is not cut. Okay, so Esau's plans and these other nations, as they say, there's been a bone thrown in it. Throw a bone inside of there, fuck up his plans. And they hate to see us when we're out there on the corners, Amos 5 and 10. They hate to see us out there on the corners preaching, okay? They make all types of laws against us not to go out there and preach, like Canada right now. This coming July, they'll start be handing out tickets and arresting us soon enough, okay? But anyways, verse 17, Yahweh have done that which he devised. He have fulfilled his word that he have commanded in the days of old. He have thrown down and have not pity, and he have caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He have set up the horn of thine adversary. Right? He caused the enemies to rejoice over us through our downfall. Right? But guess what? The Lord, like I said, got that remnant out there, and that remnant they hate. Okay, they want to see us be taken out. Okay, but going back into the secret conversation of wicked, they like to see us on our face. They don't want to see us up. They want to see us down. So let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2. Oops, slack here. This is what Esau did, as reading back in Lamentations, how the nations were glad and excited to see our fall and see us on our face. Esau just furthered the destruction even more by giving our people philosophies to drink on. Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look upon their nakedness. So Esau, Edom, you're guilty of putting these philosophies, making Jake and these people of the world drink of these philosophies. Okay, because the nations are drunken. We're drunken off of these philosophies. All right, and Jake's still drunk. Jake still got a hangover and willing, ready the next day to get up and drink again. You know what I'm saying? So going back into this, you have done this. You have forwarded our affliction, man. Okay, you're guilty, Esau. Psalm 62. Psalm 64. Yep, Psalm 64 and verse 2. Going back into the point, the secret convo of the wicked, the lengths the wicked go to, to try and keep you down. Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the workers of insurrection, of the workers of iniquity. Slaki, let me say that again. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in the evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? So basically, this is on our prayers too. Keep us from the wicked, man. Okay? Because they're plotting things against us. Just today, I seen the Apostle Elder put up a video, and another brother put up a video. They have some AI dubbing that, you play the video and it's like that, you're not even, the things that are being said is not even in your voice. And sometimes because of the auto dubbing and whatnot, they put words in there. They putting words in your mouth and all types of shit. So these are scenarios, that the wicked counsel go and seek to do, right? They get their answers from the left-hand side. They say, yeah, come on, all right, yeah, we'll make it seem like they said that, We could bring this up later on and say, look, they said this, they said that. Because you have something also too called the transcripts. And if you're deaf, right, and you could read, you'd be like, what the hell is this, right? So those transcripts, they could bring them up before court without the video. Look, this is what he said, Your Honor. We'll get to the video later. This is what he said. They're building. Okay, let's just say it like that. They're building. And we know what they're building to try and do. Let's go to the NLT in Psalms chapter 17 and what? 13? Let me see here. Salakia, I had it down. Yep, 13 to 16. Psalms chapter 7, 13 to 16 NLT. He will prepare his deadly weapons and shoot his flaming arrows. The wicked conceive evil. They are pregnant with trouble and give birth to lies. They dig a deep pit to trap others, then fall into it themselves. The trouble they make for others backfires on them. That's what happened with that individual. He tried to play like he was a so-called black man, right, an Israelite, and bam, look what happened to him. It backfired on him. The violence they plan falls on their own head, like Haman, okay, with Mordecai. Okay, let's go to another T 15 to 20. Actually, let me do this. Put it back on. Put it right here. Turn it back off. Because you know how these wicked people, no, I'm just joking, how Satan jumps on people, you know, especially a woman trying to do a lesson, boom. They call my phone, the whole lesson gets interrupted, it gets stopped. I got to make 2 videos, you know. Psalms 9 and 15, the nations have fallen into the pit they dug for others. Their own feet have been caught in the trap they set. Yahweh is known for his justice. The wicked are trapped by their own deeds. The wicked will go down to the grave. This is the fate of all nations who ignore Yahweh, but the needy will not be ignored forever. The hopes of the poor will always be the hopes of the poor will not always be crushed. O Yahweh, Salakia, arise, O Yahweh, do not let mere mortals defy you. Judge the nations, make them tremble in fear. O Yahweh, let the nations know they are mere humans. Okay, and that's beautiful. Okay, because they think, you know, these other nations, they think they're above Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Thus, they think they're above Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's people. Okay, the Lord did this only because we sinned against him, because we went off. Baruch chapter 4 tells you that the Lord didn't do this to destroy us, but because we needed a spanking, man. Baruch chapter 4 and 6. You were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because he moved Yahweh to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies. Okay? By serving these other gods, not following law, statutes, commandments, just being niggas. Okay? Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15. So we had to catch that. We had to catch that punishment. So, going back into this, the lengths that the wicked will go to, man, the secret conversation of the wicked, okay? This nigga got caught. Caught him by his toe, So anyways, with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to Allah Akim, doing and pushing his word in sincerity and truth worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified. Lord willing, to the next time, Akim Abad Babal. Shalom.